In this video, I have 12 things you need to know about Lisbon, Portugal, and also why this city should be much higher on your list of can't-miss destinations within Europe. Lisbon is the San Francisco of Europe. The two cities share an uncanny number of similarities, and it's not just because both sit on the western edge of their continent. And I'll admit, this comes from my American point of view, but if you walk around Lisbon, it's hard not to be reminded of San Francisco, and vice versa. Both cities face the water and are built across a series of steep hills, offering stunning views from countless vantage points throughout the city. Populating these hillsides are charming trams and cable cars, many of which date back to the late 1800s. Both cities also feature a massive red suspension bridge that has become a defining landmark. In San Francisco, of course, that's the Golden Gate Bridge, but in Lisbon, it's the 25th de April Bridge, which was modeled after the Golden Gate Bridge and built in the 1960s. It spans the Tagus River and instantly evokes that same dramatic silhouette. And the similarities go beyond appearances. Trade and commerce played an enormous role in shaping both cities, and both were forced to rebuild after devastating earthquakes, creating cities that are defined by resilience and reinvention. But enough about the similarities. Let me tell you a few things you should know about Lisbon before you show up for the first time. Lisbon is a much better walking town than San Francisco. It's European, it's far more condensed. Yes, there's a lot of hills, but you're gonna wanna see a lot on your feet. You can see a lot of different places. You're just gonna wanna bring a good pair of walking shoes because there's this limestone, these cobblestones and tiles, and they do wear on you after a while. They do get slippery when they're wet. This isn't a place to wear dress shoes or high heels, but you're gonna wanna walk around, so bring a great pair of walking shoes. Whenever I visit a city, I always try to find the best observatory or vantage point so I can take some pictures and get a feel for the geography. Now in Lisbon, the obvious place to do that is the Castelo de São Jorge. This place was originally built by the Moors back in the 1100s, so it's nearly 1,000 years old. And the castle later served as a royal residence for centuries. And it was here where the king welcomed Vasco da Gama after he returned from his voyage that opened the sea route to India. And this place, again, a royal residence, but it was badly damaged and nearly destroyed in the 1755 earthquake, which was one of the most destructive in European history. And it was left unrepaired for nearly 200 years, just serving as like a military garrison and later a hospital, but it wasn't fully restored and open to visitors until the mid-20th century. And today you go in here and the place is awesome. You do need a ticket to get in, and as of this recording, adult tickets are 17 euros. There are discounts for young adults, and kids under 12 get in free. But I'll tell you, I love this place. You can see across the entire city out to the Tagus River. You can walk along the old walls and the courtyards, and somewhat unexpectedly, you share the grounds with peacocks that roam freely throughout the castle. There isn't much to see inside the buildings themselves, but the views and the experience make it well worth the visit, and I highly recommend this place. The next place you should know about is Rua Augusta. This is a pedestrian street right in the heart of Lisbon, and it runs from a place called Rosio Square about a half a mile down towards the waterfront. And I love the energy of this place. Yes, it's touristy, but in a good way. There's shopping and sidewalk cafes, and it feels like a pastry shop appears every few steps. It's the kind of street where you sit down for a drink or a famous Portuguese tart and suddenly realize you've been people watching for an hour. Now you start at Rosio Square. That's the famous plaza with those curvy black and white tile patterns underfoot. And from there, you head down the gentle slope along Rua Augusta towards the Arco da Rua Augusta, which is this massive arch that perfectly frames in the street. And continue past the arch and you arrive at the Praça de Comércio, which is a huge open plaza right by the water. It's a great place to take photos or even grab a taxi. In the evening, the vibe really comes alive on the Rua Augusta. Street performers set up, music is floating through the air, cafes stay busy, and the whole area feels social without being chaotic. Later at night, you will probably get approached by a few guys trying to sell you drugs, and the best move is simple. Just ignore them and keep walking.
Oh, no. Cocaine. No.
Now, I really love this area. Yes, again, touristy, but it's good kind of touristy that's lively, beautiful, and fun without feeling overrun. Let's talk a little bit about transportation. In Lisbon, there's a good metro system. You can also take a taxi, or you can take a tuk-tuk. There's a lot of these tuk-tuks around town, and they're not historical, they're not part of Lisbon's culture. They first appeared around 2010, so it's kind of a new thing, but it's fun to take a tuk-tuk ride. Our driver was great. He took me and my kids to a lot of different places on the way to Belem. And see, that's the thing. You're gonna wanna go to the Belem district. It's about 4 miles west of central Lisbon. And it's really a must-see, and you can't really walk there. You're gonna have to find some sort of transportation, so why not an open-air tuk-tuk? Some will say, hey, that's a touristy thing, that's just for tourists. And guess what? They're right, but still, if it's a fun experience and you enjoy it, why not? Now, once you're in Belem, plan to spend a little bit of time. Start at Belem Tower. It's sitting right on the Tagus River, and this is a 16th century fortress. It once guarded the entrance to Lisbon and is really one of the city's most iconic landmarks. And sometimes you can't go inside. If it's windy, rainy, stormy, as it was when we visit, they won't even let you go inside. But still, the riverfront views are worth stopping for, and it's a great place to capture some pictures. And from there, you can head right on down the quay to the Monument of Discoveries, which is just a few hundred meters down. And this is a massive riverside monument celebrating Portugal's age of exploration. And right in front of it, you'll find this cool giant stone world map that's set into the pavement. It shows the routes and the dates of Portuguese explorations. So take a moment to check that out and just admire the Monument of Discoveries. It is absolutely beautiful right there on the riverfront. And then just a short walk away is Geronimo's Monastery. This is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is just a masterpiece of architecture. It's known for its detailed stonework, and it's the burial place of Vasco da Gama. You will also want to stop at Pastéis de Belém. This is a very popular spot. Your tuk-tuk or taxi driver might even drop you off here. This is the original home of Portugal's famous custard tarts. There's oftentimes large crowds and a long line, but you can usually sneak in the back and grab a warm custard tart. It's absolutely worth it. Definitely check it out. Now, when you're done with Belem and you're heading back to central Lisbon, you're gonna wanna make your way to a place called Timeout Market. It's really easy to find. You can easily search it out on Google. And this is a lively food hall that brings together some of Lisbon's best flavors all under one roof. You'll find everything from classic Portuguese dishes to fresh seafood to burgers and pastries. And beyond the food stalls, there's some small shops selling local products and souvenirs. A great place to try a little bit of everything and do a little bit of shopping after you've spent the morning exploring Belem. Now, when you're in Lisbon, you've got to try bacalhau. This is a famous Portuguese food. It's made from salted cod. Often these are called codfish cakes, and you'll find them everywhere. People joke that there's over 1,000 different ways to make bacalhau, so there's a lot of different variations. And we tried one that had this cheese-filled center, and I thought it was good. Tasted to me a lot like an appetizer. Personally, I thought it was decent, but my daughter was not a fan. Still, if you're visiting Portugal, bacalhau is something you have to try at least once. One of the things I absolutely love about Lisbon is its artsy flair. Everywhere you go, there are markets and street vendors selling artwork. There's murals tucked into alleys, and a sense that the city has a long history of creativity and artistic expression. Even the metros aren't just functional, they're beautiful. Some of the metro stops look like underground galleries. Take the Olaias station, for instance. Now, this is a metro stop considered one of the most beautiful in the world, and it's a little bit off the beaten path. You are gonna have to spend some time to get there because it's not quite in central Lisbon, but it's famous for its vibrant, kaleidoscopic design. The walls and floors and ceilings are covered in bold colors and these geometric patterns that make it feel like a piece of modern art more than just a metro stop. Now, as I wrap up my time here in Lisbon, I just want to say Lisbon should be higher on most people's list. Now, this is again my American perspective, and I get it. People come to Europe for the first time. They want to go see Paris, London, and Rome. But beyond that, Lisbon should be really high up there, right along with Amsterdam and Athens and Barcelona. This city has a ton to offer. First of all, great weather. It's affordable. Architecture, history, beautiful views. This city has it all. So definitely consider Lisbon. I certainly am looking forward to my next visit to this city, coming back and enjoying all that it has to offer.